Good morning. I'm Dusty Whitaker, Principal of Smith County High School. In just a few moments, we're going to begin our very first virtual graduation. Before we start, I'd like to take just a moment to say that some of the information provided we attained from seniors and parents from social media and Google Classrooms. We've made every effort to make sure that everything is correct. In the event that a student is excluded from some acknowledgement, it was not intentional, and I do apologize up front. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Smith County High School, the Smith County Board of Education, Central Office staff, Director of Schools, Mr. Barry Smith, and the graduating class of 2020, I would like to welcome each of you to the 106th commencement exercise of Smith County High School and the very first virtual ceremony. We appreciate your understanding and attendance through this virtual experience, and we are glad to have you here to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2020. To start this ceremony, SCHS would like to acknowledge and honor the seniors who unfortunately missed their last season of baseball, softball, and soccer. These players had their high school careers cut short due to COVID-19. Thank you to each player for all the many hours of dedication and hard work in representing Smith County High School with your respective sport. First of all, I'd like to start with baseball. Senior players are Eli Martin, Cameron Spivey, David Thompson. Senior softball players and managers, Gracie Dick, Kaylee Jenkins, and Shelby Manus. Soccer senior players and managers, Bo Broyles, Bryson Bridges, Wyatt Close, Jared Grissom, Nathan Langford, Dustin Miller, and Caitlin Patterson. Additionally, various clubs and other organizations were unable to attend state conventions and even our annual senior trip to Dollywood. So at this time, I just want to say I am truly sorry that all these young men and women missed out on these opportunities. There are many individuals and businesses who have helped make this virtual graduation ceremony special for our graduating seniors, and we would like to thank them for their help. We would like to give a special thanks to DTC Communications and Smith County Insider for helping SCHS host a virtual graduation ceremony. As many of you know, scholarships are given each year in memory of Jordan Hackett, son of Stephen and Karen Hackett. Jordan was born June 7, 2002 with a heart condition. He passed away October 14, 2002. Jordan would have been a graduate this year with the class of 2020. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to honor his memory, Jordan Cage Hackett. In this graduating class, we are fortunate enough to have 27 members of the senior class of 2020 that are National Beta Club members. Each of these students should have received a Beta Club stole in recognition of this honor. Senior Beta Club members: Jenna Aburama, President; Robert Bingham, Bo Broyles, Talon Cawthorn, Olivia Crockett, Mallory Dillon, Catherine Elmore, Joey Gattenbein, Haley Harkins, Dominique Hebert, Vice President; Caitlin Hooper, Treasurer; John Ross Howard, Adam Kemp, Corinne Key, Gavin Lane, Nathan Langford, Eli Martin, Dustin Miller, Caitlin Patterson, Secretary; Olivia Phillips, Shalay Smith, Cameron Spivey, Alexis Tomlinson, Braxton Washer, Mackenzie Watson, Callie Woodard, and Colby Williams. On behalf of the faculty and administration of Smith County High School, I commend each of these students for maintaining a superior average in his or her studies. Also, on behalf of these students, I extend our appreciation to our Beta sponsors, Ms. Farsoon and Ms. Gates. In addition, 27 members of the senior class are graduating with honors or distinction, which means they either meet all 4 college and career readiness benchmarks on the ACT in reading, English, math, and science, or they have completed at least 12 hours of college credit. Several are graduating with both honors and distinctions by completing all criteria. Seniors graduating with honors: Colby Williams. Seniors graduating with distinctions: Catherine Elmore, Corinne Key, Nathan Langford, Jimena Montiel, Austin Ritchell, Cameron Spivey, Alexis Tomlinson, and Mackenzie Watson. Seniors graduating with honors and distinctions: Jenna Aburama, Robert Bingham, Bo Broyles, Talon Cawthorn, Mallory Dillon, Joey Gattenbein, Haley Harkins, Dominique Hebert, Caitlin Hooper, John Ross Howard, Robin Huffines, Eli Martin, Caitlin Patterson, Olivia Phillips, Chalet Smith, Robert Stacy, Braxton Washer, Callie Woodard. We also have 9 students who will be graduating as Tennessee Scholars. These students have maintained a C average or better for the past 4 years, have a 95% or better attendance rate for 4 years, completed 80 hours of community service, completed a college-bound curriculum, and have a clear discipline record. Tennessee Scholars for 2020 are Jana Aburama, Taylor Carter, Talon Cawthorn, Dominique Hebert, Caitlin Hooper, John Ross Howard, Olivia Phillips, Caitlin Patterson, Alexis Tomlinson. 27 students are graduating with TN Work Ethics distinctions. These students have earned a minimum of 20 points that vary from standards of attendance, CTE coursework, GPA, dual enrollment credits, post-secondary enrollment, ACT scores, industry certifications, and have a clear discipline record. The following students have met this criteria: Jenna Aburama, Taylor Carter, Talon Cawthorn, Olivia Crockett, Gracie Dick, Mallory Dillon, Joey Gattenbein, Brooke Halliburton, Haley Harkin, Dominique Hebert, Caitlin Hooper, John Ross Howard, Corinne Key, Nathan Langford, Shelby Manus, Eli Martin, Autumn McCrary, Caitlin Patterson, Olivia Phillips, Chris Poston, Austin Ritchell, Chalet Smith, Cameron Spivey, Brandon Thompson, Alexis Tomlinson, Mackenzie Watson, Braxton Washer. Last but certainly not least, we have 8 students who will be serving our great country by enlisting in the armed forces. Colby Williams has joined the United States Air Force. Jasmine Burton, Cody Grimsley, Megan Howell, Tristan McCormick, and Clarity Torbert have signed with the United States Army. Joey Gattenbein will be joining the Naval ROTC program with the University of Memphis, and Jared Grissom has joined the United States Navy. On behalf of all at SCHS and all viewing this ceremony, we thank each and every one of you for your service to our country. The Smith County High School Awards Day program was held virtually on May the 8th. This was a first for Smith County High School. Approximately 55 colleges, businesses, and community members presented over $400,000 in scholarship money to our students. On behalf of Smith County High School and our students, I'd like to say thank you to all those who contributed to the scholarships for these students to continue their education. At this time, I would like to recognize some of the leaders and officers of the class of 2020. Senior student council members are Jana Aburama, Student Council President. Talon Cawthorn. Mallory Dillon, Secretary. Catherine Elmore. Dominique Hebert, Treasurer. Caitlin Hooper. John Ross Horde. Shelby Manus. Caitlin Patterson. Olivia Phillips, Vice President. Callie Woodard. I would also like to announce at this time the senior class officers. Class President, Talon Cawthorn. Vice President, Olivia Phillips. Secretary, Mallory Dillon. Treasurer, Dominique Hebert. Thank you to your service to SCHS and your class during the past years and the years to come. On behalf of the class of 2020, I extend to the senior class sponsors a special thank you and appreciation for everything you have done for this class throughout the years. At this time, we would like to recognize those students who have perfect attendance. We have 6 seniors who have maintained perfect attendance for all 4 years at Smith County High School. Talon Cawthorn, grandson of Marcus and Kathy Kemp and son of Frankie Cawthorn. Joey Gattenbein, son of Brian and Tina Gattenbein. Caitlin Hooper, daughter of Charles and Frida Hooper. Shelby Manus, daughter of Chris and Cosette Manus. Callie Woodard, daughter of Michael and Hannah Woodard and Robin Mason. Rebecca Wright, daughter of Tammy Huddleston and Mark Wright. Students, you are to be commended for your attendance and dedication to school, as this is quite an accomplishment. The top 10 students of the class of 2020 were named at the beginning of the second semester of this school year. I would like to acknowledge each of these students in recognition of this honor and accomplishment. Number 10, Mallory Lane Dillon, daughter of Mark and Gina Dillon. Number 9, Braxton Daniel Washer, son of Joey and Stephanie Washer. Number 8, John Bowman Broles, son of Tom and Amy Broles. Number 7, Catherine Faith Elmore, son of Kim and Scott Preston. Number 6, Olivia Ray Phillips, daughter of Mike and Lucinda Phillips. Number 5, Chalet Lee Smith, daughter of Brian Smith and Capri Robinson. Number 4, Joseph Scott Gattenbein, son of Brian and Tina Gattenbein. Number 3, John Ross Horde, son of Rob and Annette Horde. Salutatorian, Dominique Therese Hebert, daughter of Jim and Melissa Hebert. Valedictorian, Jenna Miriam Abirama, daughter of Mark and Sharifa Abirama. At this time, our salutatorian, Dominique Hebert, will deliver the salutatory address.
As the salutatorian of the Smith County High School class of 2020, I would like to express my appreciation to the SCHS administrators, the Smith County Board of Education, faculty and staff of Smith County High School, all of my teachers from Carthage Elementary, Smith County Middle School, and SCHS, my grandparents and relatives that are unable to attend, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. After 13 years of ups and downs, learning and goofing off, laughs and tears, and some recent hard life decisions, we finally made it. I would like to give a special shout out to my amazing parents. Without my mom's constant nagging about scholarships and dual enrollment, and my father's corny jokes and pep talks about Mr. Gross's math test, I wouldn't be here giving a speech as salutatorian. I'm so thankful to have them and their endless support. With that being said, I would also like to thank Mr. Gross for keeping me humble by failing almost all of his one-question quizzes since sophomore year. Although his class has been the hardest, I am so thankful I got to be taught by him for 3 years. Thank you to the guidance office for doing everything to help me succeed. Thank you to Miss Horde, Miss Gentry, Miss Bush, and Miss Foster for their countless teacher recommendation letters. And also thank you to Mr. Foster for convincing me to join FFA. I would like us all to remember Jordan Hackett, who should have been graduating with us. May he continue to impact so many people and influence the world positively. As a girl who has lived in various states and countries, I never thought a little town would mean so much to me. When I moved here at 9 years old, I would have called you crazy if you said I live in a place where you had to drive 30 minutes to a shopping center, or where everyone knew everyone. But as I stand here today, I wouldn't change a thing. I am grateful I got to spend 4 years on the sidelines, cheering on the Owls and getting to look at the familiar faces in the crowd. I'm thankful for the late nights at Sonic with my girls and the bonfires where I met so many people that hold a special place in my heart. Smith County has given me more than I could ever ask for, and there is nowhere else I'd rather call home. None of us thought that March 13th would be the final day we walked the halls of Smith County High School and finished our 13 years of education. This wasn't the way it was supposed to end. The purpose of my speech today is not to list all the things the class of 2020 missed out on, but to urge us to recognize that life doesn't go as planned and that we need to learn from our challenges and move on. We have a lot to live. We should embrace the challenges facing us and strive to make an impact. While we missed our senior prom, our senior walk, and didn't get to do our senior prank, we are forever the winners of Senior Skip Day. Perhaps we didn't get to sign each other's yearbooks and go on our girls' trip to Cabos, but I can't help to think that these events we missed out on make this day so much more important. We've traded some of our academic education for experience and life lessons. There is one thing that the class of 2020 has plenty of, and that's support. Just look at Facebook at all the people supporting us, from teachers, coaches, SRO officers, cafeteria workers, parents, peers, and others in the community. These are all people that support us and want us to succeed. Whether you're going to college, a trade school, the workforce, or you just don't know, I hope each of you seek out the best life for yourself and remember that you are so deserving. In conclusion, I'm thankful for each and every one of you. I hope we all soar in life and use the sadness from the events we missed to motivate us, to be more active in living, and to remind us that the class of 2020 can achieve anything. I am so proud to represent our class as Salutatorian. Congratulations to my classmates, and I'm thankful for each memory that you have all been a part of.
Our valedictorian, Jenna Abirama, will now deliver the valedictorian address.
Hello, my name is Jana Abirama. I've always been that one girl that talked a lot more than she probably should. I never considered I'd be able to achieve so many of my aspirations at the age of 17. I feel extremely privileged to speak in front of you all. I could never have accomplished any of this without the help of many of you who helped inspire me and supported me in pursuing my dreams. I would like to give a huge thank you to every teacher I've ever had, from Union Heights Elementary to SCHS. Any supervisor or adult I've interacted with, my friends, peers, and most of all, my family. I would also like to thank God for giving me so many blessings and opportunities in this life. I want to give a special thank you to my #1 supporter, my mother, for never letting me feel sorry for myself when I fail and making sure I get back up on my feet ready for the next obstacle. You've all encouraged me to do everything I have ever dreamed of doing. Without these people, I could never be standing here before all of you. I have failed at several things throughout my life, from sports to schoolwork to even just trying to walk through a hallway without tripping. Just because you fall doesn't mean you can't get back up. Use your mishaps as a drive to only improve yourself. Everyone fails, and that's completely normal. After all, we are all only human. We mustn't let these failures define us. If we just gave up and stopped trying, history would have never been made. We wouldn't have the type of society we do now without failures. Now, I'm not trying to sound cliche here, but I truly believe that we can do a lot of things we never thought we could if we work hard and push ourselves beyond our limits. A wise teacher once told me that I needed to get out of my comfort zone and experience new things. Just like anyone else, I didn't like that he was basically saying I was too safe. I thought I was a big risk taker, but if you know me, that's definitely not something I am. I had gone through quite a bit entering high school. I was different, and I was terrified of how others would treat me. I had many people avoid me in the bathroom and in the lunchroom. It was really hard on me. I would be lying if I told you it was easy for me to get through my first year in a new school surrounded by new classmates. However, I was determined to open up to new ideas like this teacher had advised me. I ended up making so many new friends that would always stand up for me if I ever needed it. This helped me open up, and I found myself getting closer to people and participating in activities that I normally wouldn't. I was becoming more adventurous in a sense as I tried activities such as hiking, camping, and even going out with friends to watch a movie. My perspective was broadened by many local organizations I volunteered with, and I'm grateful to Smith County for helping me out with this. Nevertheless, I must say that these events and more have really given me life experiences I probably wouldn't have had otherwise. It was this journey I went on that changed me. I started to look at the world with more imagination. I realized that this teacher wasn't necessarily calling me boring, but was encouraging me to get out of my shell. I found myself wanting to open up more in this world, which honestly surprised me. It's kind of funny now that I think about it, because that teacher was always glad to have me tell the class about my latest adventure, even though most of them had already done the things I was talking about. I stand here before you all, encouraging you to do the same, because you never quite know what this big world has in store for you. Thank you, Mr. Gross, for this valuable lesson. Yes, life throws curveballs at you, such as this pandemic. Many people's lives have been turned upside down, including my own. However, I just want to say that we should now appreciate life more than ever and remember the memories we made at this school rather than the ones we missed. Optimism is our greatest weapon during this time. Let's not be angry, but use this energy towards positivity. Roy T. Bennett once said, "Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create." We all possess this enormous potential we need to set free. I have faith that each one of us can achieve so much in this life. I spent the last 13 years with all of you, and I cannot begin to say what an impact it had on me. We've all had some rocky roads entering high school. I definitely did, as I was separated from several dear friends of mine. However, I made the most of it by creating new friendships while keeping old ones. You've all inspired me to make bonds that last a lifetime. The spirit you've all shown at pep rallies and games is immeasurable. You all have this drive and fire within you to achieve something you want, even if it's the spirit stick on a Friday afternoon. I know I'll miss all of you as our paths now diverge. This doesn't mean our paths will never cross again in this life. Class of 2020, I am honored to be your valedictorian, and just remember, this is just the end of the beginning.
This school year has been unusual and hard at times. It's different than any other school year in my lifetime. Normal is no longer a word we can use for the class of 2020. March 13th actually marked your last day, and you didn't even know it. You didn't get to enjoy knowing it was the last day. You missed out on prom, awards day, senior trip, and for now, graduation. Even with these disappointments, there have been good memories along the way. I want to leave you with 2 simple words. I hope you will carry these words with you all your life. And my saying for you is, get up. Being the child of the 70s and 80s, I love the Rocky movies. If you don't know who Rocky is, Rocky was the constant underdog / hero of the boxing movies. If you watch the movies and followed them, he always got knocked down in the ring and in life. But he continued to always get up and keep fighting. A line in one of his movies was, "It's not how many times you get knocked down, but it's how many times you keep getting up that matters." You're going to get kicked, blindsided, and hurt in this life. You've already seen some of the hurtful tragedies this year. Going forward, regardless if it's a loss of loved ones, if it's financial, relationships, educational, etc., don't lay down. Get up. Keep fighting for what you want. I'm going to give you a few examples of real people that refuse to stay down. Number 1 is Colonel Sanders. Throughout his entire life, he failed just about every endeavor he is involved in. However, at the age of 65, he set out with his famous chicken recipe and a Social Security check of $105. He set out in an attempt to sell his franchise. 1,009 restaurants rejected him before one finally accepted his offer. Stephen King. Stephen has sold over 350 million copies of his books, lots of movies that have been made multiple times. And his first book, Carrie, he actually threw it in the trash, only to be retrieved later by his wife. And it was rejected 30 times until it was finally accepted. Sylvester Stallone. Stallone was so broke that while writing the Rocky script, his electricity got turned off and he had to sell his dog for $25 to get his lights turned back on. He was also rejected by talent agents over 1,500 times. Walt Disney. Walt was fired from his first job for, get this, lack of imagination. Who can believe that, right? His first company, Laugh-O-Gram, went bankrupt. It wasn't until 5 years later, after plenty of heartache, that he created Mickey Mouse in a small film that my youngest daughter loved called Steamboat Willie. And now look at the his family anyway, the $1 billion company he's built. And lastly is, how about Dr. Seuss? He's one of the most celebrated authors of all time, and he was also one of the most famous failures. He was rejected 28 separate times, but he didn't give up. By 1991, at the time of his death, he had sold over 600 million copies of his books in 20 different languages. This is just a small sample of people who chose to get up. I hope you always choose to get up. Mr. Smith and members of the Smith County Board of Education, the 120 members of the senior class of 2020 have met every requirement set forth by the state of Tennessee and have rightly earned a diploma as graduates of Smith County High School. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to present the 2020 class of Smith County High School.
Jenna Miriam Aburama. Dominique Therese Hebert. John Ross Horde. Joseph Scott Gantenbein. Shalay Lee Smith. Olivia Ray Phillips. Catherine Faith Elmore. John Bowman Broyles. Braxton Daniel Washer. Mallory Lane Dillon. Skylar Faith Allison. Michael Tyler Anderson. Matthew David Antle. Maggie Joe Apple. Jaden Neil Apple Gibbs. Mackenzie Nicole Ash. Tyler Cole Atkinson. Bryston Nathaniel Batdorf. Robert Bradley Bingham. Jamaris Shamar Black. Jacoya Shante Black. Jordan Lee Bolton. Brooklyn Marie Brown. Jasmine DeLay Burton. Austin Christopher Butler. Taylor Alexis Letha Carter. Seth Allen Clarity. Kirsten Nicole Clark. Wyatt Daniel Close. Noah Virgil Cole. Talon Hunter Cawthorn. Olivia Rose Crockett. Christopher Scott Cunningham. Gracie Elizabeth Dick. Alexis Lee Dillard. Hunter Levi Drosty. Mackenzie Lorena Elliott. Elvis Scott Fan. Dylan Lynn Franklin Givens. Jalen Devin Gooch. Nathaniel Wayne Graham. Cody Lee Grimsley. Jared Paul Grissom. Brooke Ann Halliburton. Jacob Hunter Harbolick. Haley Joanne Harkins. Zachary Ray Haskin. Braden Enoch Haskins. Samantha Nicole Henry. Megan Marie Heil. Caitlin May Hooper. James Micah Hudgens. Emmy Lynn Huffines. Robin Nicole Huffines. Terry Allen Jackson. Kaylee Savannah Jenkins. Agnes Bernice May Elizabeth Justice. Isis Catalina Kima. Adam Stephen Kemp. Cody Stephen Kemp. Caitlin Renee Kemp. Nicholas Scott Kemp. Corinne D. Key. Gavin Wesley Lane. Nathan Wyatt Lankford. Danielle Joe Renee Logan. Alicia Anne Marie Lewis. Todd Lyle Lowe Jr. Shelby Lynn Manus. Eli Douglas Martin. Tristan James McCormick. Autumn Lee McCrary. Dustin Ray Miller. Cody Mark Mofield. Isaac Scott Moore. Dante Mikhail Mosley. Callista Brooke Nagard. Savannah Renee Nielsen. Cassidy Ryan Oldham. Emily Claire Ortego. Drashti Salesh Parekh. Shahil Nilesh Patel. Caitlin Aaron Patterson. Riley Marie Phelps. Caitlin Renee Phillips. Christopher Ryan Poston. Austin Xavier Richel. Emerald Rose Robinette. Trinity Krista Santana. Amelia Grace C. John Alec Silcox. Aaliyah Lachey Cisco. Kevin Allen Sparks. Cameron Luke Spivey. Christopher Sean Spurlock. Robert Daniel Stacy. Carrie M. Starnes. Cortland Nathaniel Sutton. Candace Sierra Thaxton. Eli Denver Thiel. Ian Daniel Thiel. Brandon Edgar Thompson. David Harris Thompson. James Waylon Timms. Jimena Tolentino Montiel. Alexis K. Tomlinson. Jacob Philip Tony. Clarity Noel Torbert. Nathaniel Seth Vargas. Chris Frank Vasquez Vidara. Christopher Thomas Watson. Mackenzie Dawn Watson. Logan James West. Talon Michael White. Logan Christopher Joseph Whitehead. Clarence Gunnar Dwayne Williams. Kobe Brennan Williams. Heather Ann Wilson. Callie Ann Woodard. Rebecca Grace Wright. Candace Abena York.
At this time, we will view the senior class slideshow. The slideshow was started by Ms. Dyer's journalism class, but with school letting out in March due to the COVID-19, some group effort had to be made in order for this to be made possible. So I'd like to thank everybody from teachers and students, administrators, and even student teachers that helped us put this together. Playing of the Smith County High School alma mater is by the Smith County High School Band and Miss Janet Bailey. Thanks to Mr. Edmiston for producing the alma mater with Miss Bailey vocals accompanied by SCHS Instrumental Band.